Hi there, guys, and welcome to this week's Be Inspired By, which is refers to your best photographs for the year of 2014. And I had a very tough time selecting only one, so I went with 3 images, and it's all images taken on safari this year. So many of you would recognize it, and some of you were actually there with me and alongside me when you took the shots. And more than being my favorite images, I think the stories behind them and perhaps the particular animal itself was the deciding factors for me in the end. So I'm going to jump right into it, and I'd love to share some of these shots with you and see what you think of them as well. This first image was taken in the Masai Mara on one of our migration safaris, and pretty cool story behind it as well. We had just left camp at about 3, and about 15 minutes later I got a text message from one of the guys in camp, Isaac, and said that there was a male lion lying in front of the camp on the opposite side of the river. So turned the car around, all the cars went back. We've got 4 game viewers there. We all turned around and went back and just sat and watched this lion, and it was an amazing experience. We were right in front of our wildlife camp, which is a mobile camp setup we have in the Masai Mara, and this big guy was sleeping on the other side. It didn't look at all like it does in this photograph. The sun was still quite high, a little bit cloudy, and the light wasn't all there. But we kept on waiting, and eventually, just before most of the people decided to move on when it started raining, and a few of us stayed behind. And right then he stood up, so he wouldn't move at all before. No one got any shots. But we enjoyed it. We had G&Ts and all sorts of stuff, and we were having a great time. Just chatting and enjoying the company of the male lion and being in the Mara. And then when it did start raining, understand equipment, all that stuff, and a few of us decided, stuff it, we're gonna wait it out. And he stood up like this. It started raining and the wind started blowing. He stood up for a few seconds, turned around, and walked into that bush right behind him, and we lost sight of him. But the moment I'll always remember, and it's a great photograph as well, taken in the last light of day, last little bit of residual light on him, and it worked out perfectly. And then very happy with it, and great memory and story behind it. The next shot was taken in Mana Pools National Park, a big favorite for mine, as a lot of you will know, and again had lovely guests with us as well during the safari, and many would recognize this photograph. Just a fantastic afternoon out in Mana, and the light was perfect. It was nice and warm, and just the atmosphere was there, and it was dusty as it always is there, and perfect amount of light coming through these beautiful Phaederbia albidas, and perfect light, great subject, and it just tells the story of the forest and the beautiful light that you tend to get in Mana Pools, and one of my favorite memories and favorite photos for 2014. The next shot is not a color photograph, but I just love this image. There's a fantastic male lion that we had in the Mara, and beautiful scar over his right eye, and he's got quite a story as well behind him. But just this image itself speaks volumes to me. It's fantastic posture of this big male lion, showing his impressive mane, and I just the perspective I love. I took the shot with a 70 to 200 mm Canon lens, and it just speaks to me, man. I just love the image. I don't need to talk too much about it, but again, the Mara provided some fantastic photographic sightings. 2 of my favorite images coming from there, and just a great way to see the Mara and to see such an impressive lion as well. So that's 3 of my favorite images, particularly the stories behind them as well, and I really look forward to seeing yours. And you can see the kind of shots we kind of took on these wildlife safaris as well. I'd love to have you along in 2015. Until then, chat soon. Bye bye, guys.